In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about taking control of your health, and particular with reference to blood scores. People nowadays are being told they've got deficiencies or they're not feeling 100%, they go to the doctor, they get a blood test, oh you're fine, you're normal, etc. But they don't really understand what normal means. And for the sake of practicality, a lot of these baselines, these normal values, are gathered from large scope research data, and you can be between, if we take a scale of 1 to 100, if you're at 5 to 95, you're okay, but if you're on the peripheries, there's a problem. And the reality is, when we're talking about hormones or vitamin levels, etc., it's what's normal for you. And it's something that we practice here in the clinic. We don't deliver this service, but it's something that I go out of the clinic to do, and that is using a company called Medichecks, and there's lots of other variations to this, to actually get a routine blood test done once a year, which tests for a number of markers, vitamins, hormones, red blood cells, inflammation, etc., kidney, liver, heart, etc., function, so you can get a how am I doing right now? I'm a healthy person, I'm a younger person, and these are my scores. So I can monitor over the course of the years, how do my hormone levels, do my vitamin mineral levels, etc. change over a period of time. And it's about being healthy rather than focusing on a more disease avoidance approach. And if we take the example of thyroid hormone, for example, because that's something that affects a lot of people, the metabolism, lethargy, all those sorts of things, can't lose weight, etc., etc. You could be, let's, for argument's sake, let's call it 70 out of 100 in thyroid hormone, and that's your normal. And all of a sudden, for some reason, we don't know why, maybe as you drop down to 35. Both of those are within the normal limits. So if you happen to go and get your scan or your blood test done when you were at 35, everything's normal. There's no explanation. I guess you're just feeling tired. But actually, if you explore it more and you have that chronological data, you can see that you, wait a second, I was 70. And now I'm 35, I've got half the level of circulating hormone in my system. And be mindful of simplifying this a little bit. That's where the problem is. So what can I do to stimulate my thyroid? Now, something that I've had personally, my thyroid gland was a little bit lower, and one of the great things you can do is physical exercise, cardiovascular, and going to the gym, those sorts of things can bump it up. Did that over a year, thyroid level came back up to within normal limits. So it's a massive, important factor in taking control of your own health, and it's something that we don't do enough nowadays. Now that brings me to the next point, which is things like intolerances. There are a lot of people that have all these sorts of different intolerances, dairy, gluten, etc., etc. So people are being very picky with the diets. And I don't mean that in a bad way, it's just fact. Won't eat this, won't eat that. And we've recently done a video on osteoporosis and bone density development. And one of the big things is people are avoiding dairy as they get older a lot more. And that's resulting in calcium deficiencies. So if you're not staying on top of these things and measuring your blood markers once a year, nothing too arduous, if you're not staying on top of these things, little things like calcium deficiencies can creep in over a slow period of time, and before you know it, you've got a bone density problem or something else. It's so much easier nowadays, especially with how efficient and inexpensive a simple blood test is, to actually really stay on top of your health and well-being and take charge of that, and that avoids the development of disease. It's really, really important, and something that nowadays you have so many really cool tools to really stay on top of your health. And with the fitness industry as an example being as big as it is, it's a wonder more people don't get involved in this sort of active control, taking back control of their health and being accountable to a set of statistics that are unique to them. So they can go to their doctor and say, do you know what, I've been feeling a little bit lethargic for the last year. Work's been busy, stress, I haven't been able to work out as much, and my diet's been bad. And you go to the doctors and they say, oh, actually, we've got a narrative of data here now. Oh, I can see that your thyroid was this and now it's this. Well, there's a problem here. And what about your lifestyle? Oh, you're stressed and you're not working out. Oh, and your diet's poor now because you're grabbing fast food because you can't get out of the office. Well, if we address all those three things, or even one of them, your thyroid level is going to come back up again. You lose weight, you feel more energetic, you have more motivation to do all those things like the gym, etc. And your quality of life will improve, rather than the GP that you see doesn't have enough data chronologically to see how your body's changed over a period of time in response to some things that they don't need a pill to fix, they just need a lifestyle change. So the crux of this video essentially is really to encourage you to take part in some of these and visit some of these companies that really help you take back control of your data by doing an annual blood test. It's something that a lot of people start doing when they're in 50s and 60s, when they're already not feeling good. If you're in your 20s now and you're feeling great and you're healthy, etc., getting a baseline done right now is so important. It's something we practice what we preach. We go out and get it done. So I'd really encourage you to do it, because it can be so empowering to picking up things early to be modified without needing to use any drugs or medications. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you've got any experience with this or any questions about this, then as always, get involved in the discussion below, and we'll be sure to sort of help you out there where we can. And remember, hit the subscribe button if you do want to stay up to date with these sorts of videos. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. You can always get involved in the conversation by commenting in the section below, and stay up to date with future videos by subscribing, by hitting the subscribe button somewhere around this video. Thanks for taking the time to watch again, and see you soon.